Hello, hello. And let's wait. Did we finish everything in Saladin? We did. Oh, we did. Did we finish everything in Genghis Khan? Oh, you are certain we did. Did we finish everything in Barbarossa? We did. But the question is, did we finish William Wallace? Yeah, we did. We destroyed William Wallace. But we haven't. I mean, the first thing I did when I started playing this game was like, alright, let's go into the classic Joan of Arc. There's been a patch since then, which is why all of these are in bronze. Basically, if you completed a mission, you would get rewarded bronze before the patch. Now, we're going to go through and get golds for all of these. And, of course, finish the thing. Is when I got to this is when I decided, you know what, actually, I do want to make a series out of this. So I stopped. Not because this level's hard or anything, although it might be, I'm not sure. I haven't played it. I literally just didn't. I immediately started doing my Barbarossa campaign from there. But, with that said, let's hop into An Unlikely Messiah, Joan of Arc Episode 1. It's probably the first real campaign.
February 19th.
Ooh, loud.
Camp near Vaucouleurs. This morning I woke to visions of fire and steel. These nightmares come more often, now that I've seen my beloved France eaten away by years of war. I wandered through camp, ignoring the new snowfall, but observing the wounds and weariness of every soldier under my command. Observing the desperation in their eyes. It was then...
Desperation is tight.
She told us that her name was Joan. She told us she was but a peasant who did not know how to ride or fight. She told us that she intended to rescue France. The darkness lifted from the men's souls. Her voice rang with conviction, and we drank in her every word. I may have lost my faith, but Joan has not lost hers, and that is enough for me. Joan has asked our ragged band of soldiers to take her to Chinon, where the rightful ruler of France, the Dauphin, hides from his foes.
Not the dolphin.
The war-torn land in between is infested with enemy marauders, and we will lose many men. Death is by
Yeah, fuck the English. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We will face it again.
So I think that's Sir de Metz, actually. But yeah, what we're about to see here is probably... I love the French music. It's so jaunty compared to some of the others, especially that Mongolian one. Yeah, what's interesting about this is that this is probably the first real level anyone played after William Wallace. Because in the original game, you would go from William Wallace, and then Joan of Arc was the second one. Then it was Saladin was number 3, Genghis Khan was number 4, and Barbarossa was number 5. Barbarossa, yeah. Joan must survive. Escort Joan from the camp at Vaucouleurs to the Chateau of Chinon. France's enemies are England and Burgundy. Be on the lookout for their forces. Do not expect much assistance from the demoralized army of France, but be alert for any soldiers who might be inspired to join your army once they see Joan. Protect your 2 knights, they're your best fighters and know the lay of the land. It is not necessary to eliminate all enemy forces, just focus on bringing Joan to her destination. Keep an eye on Joan's health. If it gets too low, keep her away from dangerous situations. Your scouts report Joan the Maid has reached the French army camp at Vaucouleurs, where several men have pledged to escort her safely to Chinon. The road to Chinon is dangerous, with English soldiers and bandits crawling over the countryside. However, there are many Frenchmen who are willing to help Joan the Maid reach her destination.
Bonjour, Joan. My colleague and I will escort you to the Chateau of the Dauphin, or else we will die trying.
I am Jean de Metz, and I will protect you with my life. You are Joan of Arc. I have heard your claims and believe what you say. We will follow you to Chinon.
Wait! You might have need of a few archers on the road ahead.
You must be wary on the road ahead. Our enemies, the English, are out in force, and their Burgundian allies are thick as rats. Discretion is the better part of valor.
I spotted a nest of Burgundians to the north. Best to go another way.
Right, well with that all that dialogue out of the way. Sorry if it looks like I'm rushing through it.
A battle rages ahead. Stay back, lest we be caught in a crossfire.
I don't care, the British don't actually attack you. You can literally help out the French.
I hope
Whoops.
you really can turn the tide of this war, Joan of Arc.
I remember that fight being pretty one-sided, but never that one-sided. They even had the high ground, as if everything else wasn't overkill enough already. As if the French having like a third of the units, a whole tier of quality below wasn't enough to be like, yeah, you win. I mean, you lose. Now, if I remember, up and coming, we have some banditry to deal with. Yep. So I'd rather send the guys who can regenerate in to deal with that.
Women playing on helpless travelers? What has become of our homeland?
Let's see if we can piss off the Burgundians and lure them into a fight too. Venison. I remember this bit.
Venison.
Back in the day. Could be like, damn, must be a good place to put a mill down. Oh, shit. Not that way. We're not going that way. I mean, hopefully we pulled a couple out. I think there's a few more bandits around here.
A Burgundian encampment! We'll never get through that wall without siege equipment.
Yeah, let's go pick up the siege equipment then. Very insistent. Oh, they actually got one of my dudes! Oh, I feel awful. Why wasn't I paying attention? You'll be sorely missed, Mr. One Crossbowman guy. I wonder if it would be more fun to do a speed run of this level or to do a no deaths run of this level. Or a no death speed run of this level. Nah, but that's probably the same. It's like, oh yeah, just use an exploit and we'll get from one place to another in like no time. I do like that you can kill wolves with archers now. Before the arrows would just ghost through animals in the old games for some reason. Can't explain why, they just did. If I remember, there's a monk up here as well who can heal me. Oh, there's our guys.
Gather your belongings, men.
No, no monk.
We follow Joan of Arc.
Just
Carry that ram along with us. It may yet be of use.
Oh yeah, you're damn right. Let's get inside. Oh, it's a cap ram. Wait, were those longswordsmen? No, it's all man at arms. Great. I love fodder. Oh boy, I love fodder. Do 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 do.
Ohé, oil. Prêt. Qu'est fait?
We like that new model.
Certes. Libet.
We need a mangonel or ram to get through these walls.
Gates open. Get him, boys. Where's the other knight?
Okay.
just don't know when to give up.
We know perfectly when to give up.
Okay. Okay. Oui. Prêt.
Clearly these guys haven't seen World War II. Christ. Uh-oh.
Alla battaglia. Oh yeah, live. Da.
Yeah, wolves aren't exactly a big threat in this. I'm not entirely sure they should really be even put there as RPG style obstacles because they don't actually do anything.
There are Burgundian soldiers everywhere.
Oh no, we've got to escape. You just gotta micro these guys away from the pikemen and it's kind of okay. I should micro them away from the pikemen, Jesus.
Okay.
I know it looks like I just wasted most of my army here. But trust me when I say, it's not that bad. Because there's only one more fight left after this. And we get more units between then and now anyway. I mean, I'll explore this area later. Sorry, I'm eating a fudge. So I'm a little bit muted. I know I shouldn't be eating while streaming, but I'm hungry, okay? Now we just have to avoid the... I think they've got a war galley in here somewhere. Not that it particularly hunts you down. There it is. Very scary. And...
Oui. Rest. Oil.
You mean to lead the French army? Such confidence, sire.
Actually, yeah. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to see if I can take out the rest of my enemies with just these two. Well, these 8. But, I mean, the units I got just before the last fight. I mean, I might be wrong. So yeah, that was the last fight, and I only lost 1 unit of all of my units that I got just before the last fight anyway.
Oui.
Actually, there might be some more Burgundians further upstream, but we'll see. Oh yeah, there are some Burgundians. Sorry, that's my bad. Oh, there's a Mangonel too. How terrifying. Yeah, I might actually lose my units here. But you get the point, right? Oh, that's tragic. I mean, I know that these are the last guys, so I'm intentionally not playing to the best of my abilities. If I was genuinely threatened, I would have done something different, but I'm not, so it's okay.
Oil. Oil.
You could probably go through this entire map just with the 3 heroes and ignore every other unit. Just because these guys can take out what needs to be taken out. I mean, I guess you'd need the cap ram to get through the thing, but honestly, it's just the knights that take out everything that you need to get taken out. I like how it took Joan so long to get through there.
Oh yeah, l'y vais.
Chinon, we have made it.
So really in that last fight with the Mangonel, what you would have wanted to have done is kept everyone back around here, send the 2 knights in, kill the Mangonel, and then the rest is literally the most easiest pickings.
The
Okay.
Chateau of the Dauphin.
Libet. Great.
Like, if you just played as the 3 heroes, the only fight you would lose is probably this one. And technically, because of the shooting tower thingy, this one too, but just with the ram is enough. Like, that's it. That's all you need is a ram. Easy game.
The Dauphin will see you now.
Great. Thank you, courtier. Alright. Let's have a look around here. So yeah, literally where you fight is just a farmland that should be connected to this town. And the reason why it's like, oh no, there's a Burgundian camp to the north is because if you follow this path for some reason, you end up with all these skeletons because you're here. The ouch. Same here. Although I don't know why these guys haven't come and taken these guys out, because it wasn't really much. I think if you tried hard enough, you could probably take these guys out. Take out the Mangonel. Pull the knights out. Have your pikemen deal with them because they've just hard countered them. Pull back further. Let your knights take out the crossbowmen. Yeah, and I think in that case it wouldn't be too hard. Though the problem becomes then is the castle. I mean, you have a capped ram, but 4 guard towers shooting your cat. I mean, you could probably park it up here, take out the castle, then take out the rams one by one, the towers one by one, if you're incredibly lucky, or just get your knights to jibate the arrows. So yeah, if you try to cross this bridge to get to the easy way, they're like, no, the British blew up the bridge, how could they? And then there's a couple guys live in houses out here in this fucking freezing area, and they're like, oh, we are stupid, but we will come fight the last 2 enemies with you. Make the fight trivial. That was a bit racist, I'm sorry. This is where the British disappear off to? Nowhere. And yeah, that's about it for this map. Venice on.
As Joan's footsteps echoed down the marbled hall of the chateau,
My
the
butthole
fat and
puckered.
whispering dukes did naught but stare. The Dauphin himself seemed afraid as she kissed his feet. My gentle Dauphin, she demanded, why does England claim what is ours? Why are you not crowned King of France, as is your right? The courtiers began to murmur. The Chamberlain whispered lies into the Dauphin's ear. But the Dauphin pushed the Chamberlain away and rose to meet Joan's gaze. She stands only to the shoulder of the shortest man, but all of us must look up to speak to her. I know not what silent conversation passed between the Dauphin and his would-be savior. But it was obvious that His Majesty was in the same thrall as we.
Good stuff. Well, these are useless, but pause if you want to see them, I guess. But yeah, there it is. Gold star. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.